This is Heartbreak and Hope with Reverend Kim and Reverend Sabrina. And we just completed recording an entire episode. Well, we didn't actually record it. We just did the whole conversation of an entire episode and forgot to record it. So we're coming back to you. We thought we were coming to you initially, but this is really our first time. So here are some opening words. Good morning. Rise and shine. Or rise and sulk about forgetting to hit the record button. Or rise and weep about forgetting to hit the record button. Or rise and roar. But rise. So,
Besides the obvious
heartbreak.
and not noticing, other things that are breaking your heart.
I am really worried about all of the bridges we're burning. I mean, some of them are literally burning because the world is on fire. And I'm heartbroken about the environmental damage that's happening this summer between fires and earthquakes and floods, and the people in Gary, Indiana, who still don't have power.
Yeah.
And on top of all of that, we're we're fighting with our friends. We're expanding tariffs on our neighbors. And I am concerned about the long-term impacts that will have on our country and our economy.
Yeah. And in Gary, Indiana, it's only the people that don't have power. The 8 data centers in Indiana have power.
Mm.
So there is that. And yeah, I share the concerns. And this administration wants to do what Trump always does with his business ventures. Break it and sell it
Advertise?
for parts. What? Well, I mean, break it and sell it for parts.
Mm.
You know, before The Apprentice, Trump was known as a person who went bankrupt a lot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Which is for businesses is good because you don't have to pay back anybody and you get bailed out. So he has increased his wealth. He has destroyed this country. I'm not going to say he is destroying because some of the things he's already done, they're already done. But yeah, I don't know what's going to happen after.
I worry about the news last week about the national debt reaching an all-time high. And I worry that we're headed for an economic collapse.
Yeah. Yeah. And I've seen mention that if you read Project 2025, which I admit I didn't read,
I didn't either.
food insecurity and all these things are spelled out in there. And I don't know, the whole loss of touch that these oligarchs have, the loss of humanity is in real time. How does a human person becomes so callous? And it's weird because I've always known we have the potential to be both. but just seeing what happens when, in a large scale, because you see, serial killers and other sociopaths in a smaller scale, and they can be contained. But then, you know, you put them at the top of in control of things, in control of weapons, and yeah. So yeah, I share your worry.
I've been thinking about how much of where we are now can be traced back to September 11th.
Department of Homeland Security for sure.
Also, that one of the things that began at that time was a fear of the immigrant that has only been expanded upon.
Yeah. Um, and when I think about recent history, I think that um, the September 11th was one of those moments that could have gone either way, and if it had gone in a positive way, we would be in a different place.
Mm-hmm.
I and so that was the macroscopic moment of we're not all together. We're not all in this together. And that was the moment in which double speak started to take over.
Mm,
And it hasn't stopped
right.
despite the switching of administrations. It's just like continued apace because the same people were there. And um and so there was that. There was um Katrina.
Mm-hmm.
Um there was the crash of 2008,
Mm-hmm.
and there was COVID. For major events, and then that there might have been minor ones local where you could choose for the good or for the bad, and systematically everything was always for the bad. I don't know if you watched the movie The Big Short. That's about the 2008
Mm-mm.
crisis. It's a very good movie. It's by the same director that did not Don't Look Up. I don't know if you watched that one.
I did watch that. Yeah.
And it's very good. Um, the same director has also directed a movie called Vice, which is about Dick Cheney, which is also a good movie. Um, but it's sort of like explains why people didn't go the good way because people that don't control things don't control them. When they,
Mm.
you could have, you know. And so yeah, 25 years of this um is a lot.
So, where are you finding hope?
So in our previous conversation that wasn't recorded, I said that the thing that makes me hopeful is my body healing because I just recently had surgery. But actually, as we were talking, and which is it's good to do a take two, is gratitude.
Mm,
I don't know. So I find hope in gratitude. No, it's like that. I am still able to see things to be grateful for. And therefore, if hope means continuing on with an open mind, being ready to face the day, to, get up, as Lin-Manuel Miranda put it. The gratitude for stupid little things, um, tiny moments of grace or beauty, you know. And so, and that this week we're mostly Bodhi focused because it's like I went from not feeling super great to feeling medium to feeling good ish.
Ish. It's always ish.
Ish. Um, and that's gonna be good. Like that's gonna be something, you know. And that has something to do with being older, being in an older body, I think. And that's the second thing. Maybe the closing reading also will change today because I had two. And uh yeah. And so like we're gonna push like we're gonna promote the upcoming this winter, the series of
Owl.
Owl,
Adult owl.
older
Hmm.
adult owl. Um, so that, you know, gives people something to look forward to. Uh, and before, I don't know when we're doing this, but sorry
Right.
about,
Somebody actually asked me, they were like, have I missed it? And I was like, no, no, we haven't scheduled it yet.
no, we haven't scheduled it yet, but we are going to be scheduling it. And one of the other things that we talked about, since we didn't hit the record button and we didn't record it, is send us your suggestions for things you have questions about. We could do a ask me anything minister
Oh, you
style.
really opened it up.
Well, anything, within the realm of a minister, right? Like not
Okay.
anything personal.
Questions appropriate for the
What
minister.
does a minister do? Like the ask me anything inside the life of a minister. Because we've been joking about doing a get ready with me. Maybe it's
Hmm.
a joke. As a minister. So it's not about makeup. Spoiler alert. Um,
Well, I mean, I do wear lipstick as an accessibility tool.
yes. Good idea. So get ready with me as a minister, ask the minister questions or the minister's questions, not anything within what we're willing to answer as ministers and as our faith paths and where we see things going, etc. I hope that's of interest to someone.
Yeah, let's see what we get.
Yeah,
Curious now.
yeah. So ready for the closing? This is much shorter than the other one.
Wait, what about my hopes?
Oh, a disaster, man. Okay. All right. What about your hope?
My hope. I think I'm going to change mine also. Which, in our previous unrecorded version, my hope was about that the LGBTQ Faith Alliance is growing, continues to grow here in St. Louis, which is fabulous. The thing I want to I want to name actually as my hope and is something that hasn't an event that hasn't happened yet, but is part of a larger thing that is giving me hope, which is Wednesday, we're hosting Promo, the LGBTQ advocacy organization in the state of Missouri, and we're hosting them to do a deep canvassing training. And they just persist, right? There were more than 50 pieces of anti-LGBTQ legislation in the state legislature last year, and there they were testifying against every single one of them, mobilizing people, asking folks to write testimony and write to their representatives and their state senators, and they just persist. They persist and they persist and they persist. And their persistence pays off, right? None of those pieces of legislation passed last year. And so here they are. We've got a ballot initiative in November that would both restrict access to abortions and restrict access to gender affirming care for minors. And they are persisting. They're persisting in their resistance to hateful legislation and that denies people bodily autonomy. Talking about bodies again. And yeah, that gives me hope. Now I'm ready for closing words.
Okay, sorry. So, by John O'Donoghue, called Walking in Wonder. And it's about aging. So it's a little snippet that I was reading. I'm like, oh, okay. And so it's prose. It's a narrative like thing. It's not a poem or anything. I was hoping there would be a poem, but no, this is all written work. So in old age, time slows a bit. The outer draw to activity recedes, and you have time for the more contemplative side of things. One enters the contemplative side of one's own life, and you have a chance then to decipher what has happened to you, to see the hidden depths of experience that have occurred in your life. You really have a chance to weave a new shelter for yourself. So here's the question in closing. How do you, dear listener, weave a new shelter for yourself?